Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to GamerTube, and welcome back to our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series. So in today's video we'll be finishing off the chapter and storyline of the Fazbear Repair Centre. So we'll be taking a look at all the characters, the glitch entity, and seeing where the story ends. This story definitely has an interesting ending, so be sure to stick around to the very end. And as always, I will just state that this is not necessarily into the overall universe and lore of FNAF. This is just a fun what if scenario and a cool creepy story we get to tell, and we hope you enjoy. And lastly, before we start today's video, do be sure to subscribe to GamerTube as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps you up to date with the videos that we post. Also, seeing that this is the end of this chapter, do be sure to give this video a like. If we get enough likes, we might be doing a community live stream where we'll come up with an idea as a community for one of the pizzerias in the future. So keep an eye out for that, and also leave a like to make it happen. Alrighty everyone, well let's get into the final night at the Fazbear Repair Centre. So it's been quite a while since we've visited the Fazbear Repair Centre. Much has changed since you've all been gone. The Repair Centre has finally been taken over by the glitch entity. They've seized control of all the animatronics and completely locked down the facility. All the exits have been sealed shut and no one is allowed in or out. This means that our two main protagonists have been trapped inside the facility for quite some time. The repair worker and the night guard have been trapped for multiple days now. So far, they haven't been able to escape. They are currently held up in the security office. They've managed to survive on all the drinks and food from the vending machines in the break room. As for keeping all the animatronics out of the security office, the night guard has managed to override the doors to buy them some time. But they both need to take shifts when the doors reactivate. This is due to the glitch entity taking over the control center of the facility. They control almost everything and almost every character. Out of all the characters at the facility, there was one who seemed a little different. And that character was Randall the rat. For some reason, they were able to resist the glitch's influence. They seemed to have a mind of their own. The repair worker has been observing them through the security camera, and he pretty much just wanders around the facility. This gave the worker an idea. Maybe they could use Randall to take control of the repair center once again. If they could only capture them and work on them in the repair room, they might gain control of Randall. Then they could overthrow this horrible creature that was keeping them prisoner. So the repair worker decides to make a break for the repair room. But they'll need the help of the night guard. On the way to the repair room is a long corridor. And all throughout the corridor are the characters that are under the glitch's control. All these models are sensitive to bright flashes of light. When exposed to a sudden flash, they can get overloaded and stunned for a little while. So it's the night guard's job to control the lights while the repair worker makes a break for it. So in this gameplay segment, the player will take control of the night guard, so they need to pay attention to the security cameras, and watch out for any of the characters that could sneak up on the repair worker. When they spot a character, they need to overload the lights above to cause them to make a bright flash. This will stun them and give the repair worker some time to move. This surge of sudden electricity shouldn't be enough to alert the glitch. They're currently tapped into the power grid, but they won't think anything of it. So once the night guard has given the worker a clear path, they find themselves in the back dock. There's one thing they need to get before they go to the repair room. They open up the shredding machine that they use to dispose of the evil rat character, Ralph. They check the contents of the shredder and sure enough, there it is. The inhibitor chip. With this, they'll be able to take control of Randall, and they can use him to take on the glitch entity. So they make their way back to the repair room and craft a new device called the inhibitor. With this, they'll be able to take control of any animatronic that wasn't under the glitch's influence. The glitch's hold on them was far too strong to override. But with Randall, they have a fighting chance. And as luck would have it, Randall was already in the repair room. So the worker tests out the inhibitor to see if they can gain control of him. And sure enough, it works. They then instruct them to destroy the glitch entity. The glitch won't see this coming. The last thing they would expect is a fellow animatronic attacking them. Hopefully this would be enough to stop their control of the facility and finally set the worker and guard free. The worker returns to the security office as they both watch Randall approach the control room. This was it. This was their only chance to gain control of the facility once again. Randall makes his way into the control room and seems unnoticed by the glitch entity. They were far too busy concentrating on tapping into the mainframe and hacking into every Fazbear establishment all over the country. Soon enough, every Fazbear Pizzeria would be under their influence and control. but not if Randall has anything to say about it. They sneak up behind them and stab their sharp claws right through the glitch's chest. The glitch entity awakes and immediately counterattacks. One of their tendrils stabs straight into Randall's head. The tendril overrides Randall and quickly corrupts them. Sadly, the workers have now lost their only robotic ally. Randall was now another one of the glitch entity's disturbing creatures. The glitch entity immobilizes all their animatronic puppets and stations them outside of the control room. There was no way the workers were ever going to take back the control room now. That's it, they were doomed. There was no other option for them. The glitch entity would take full control. And when they were done with their nefarious task, they would eventually come after the workers and finish them off. As they both stood there in despair, they tried to think of a way out of this. How on earth are they going to take on the glitch's small army? They were totally outnumbered. As the two workers finally accepted defeat, the repair worker had an idea. They weren't too sure if it would work, but it was their only option. They quickly rush out of the security office and make their way to the animatronic storage area. There were still some characters that the glitch entity hasn't taken control of yet. In fact, they probably forgot all about them. The worker opens the container and activates the inhibitor. Here goes nothing. And suddenly, all of their eyes light up. Finally, it was time for the glitch entity to meet their old friends once again. The Winter Wonderland crew are given their directive to make their way to the control office and destroy the glitch entity once and for all. But the only thing standing between them and the glitch entity is their newly controlled servants. The only way they were getting to the glitch entity was through them. So, that's exactly what happened. So, after all was said and done, the remaining characters stood victorious. Moments after the deadly battle was done, the glitch entity arrived. In one foul swoop, they destroyed all who remained. Multiple tendrils manifested out of nowhere and destroyed each and every one of them. The glitch entity has had enough, and this ends now. They glitched over to the repair worker in the storage area. They returned the favour and stabbed their deadly sharp claws straight through them. The worker drops to the ground as the glitch entity makes their way to the night guard. Laying there defeated, the repair worker has run out of options. There was nothing that they could do, and now the night guard was going to suffer the same fate as them. As they lay there in searing pain, one last fleeting thought enters their mind. What if? What if they used him? Would he even be functional anymore? They received this character a long time ago. Even before the repair worker started this job, they had nothing to lose. If they were going to protect the night guard, they would need to unleash him now. They crawl over to the container and open it. They activate the inhibitor and wait to see what happens. Standing in front of the night guard was the glitch entity. They stood over them as they get ready to deliver the final blow. The glitch entity won't have their plans foiled by a bunch of lowly Fazbear employees. The fact that they thought they could even take on the likes of the glitch entity is pathetic indeed. The glitch entity will enjoy this very much, and when the night guard is finally no more, then Fazbear Entertainment will be under their control. Every single pizzeria will be filled with the glitch's influence, and they can do as they please. No worker or child will be safe from their tyranny. As they go to attack, they hear a sound. It sounded like large, heavy footsteps approaching them. Then, all of a sudden, Lester the Lizard has taken a large bite out of the glitch's head. As their jaws latch on and get tighter and tighter, Lester rips the glitch's head clean off. Lester crushes their head in their powerful jaws. Now that the glitch entity's mask has been destroyed once and for all, they were now simply nothing. The body that stands there is just a hunk of metal and parts. The lifeless animatronic body falls to the ground in a large thud. Finally, it was over. The glitch entity was no more. The night guard walks past Lester as they stand there and continue to chew on his defeated enemy. The guard helps up the repair worker from the storage area, and together they walk out of the repair centre. Finally, this chapter in Fazbear Entertainment's dark history has come to a close. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of the ending and what you'd like to see going forward. Alrighty everyone, well, till our next video, I'll catch you later, bye.